The road to Jericho is considered by the Jews as dangerous, not only because it is winding and steep, but is also a heaven for robbers. Thus, very few travelers would dare to take that route known as the place of blood. At the time, there were two ways of identifying a stranger, either through his garment or by his accent. Now, it was very difficult to identify the wounded man because the robbers stripped and left their victim half dead. This parable means to teach us that in times of precarious situations, to help is always the best decision. The parable shows three important persons with unique characters, which may not be far from what we are now. The first one is the person of the priest. Bound by his observance of the Jewish law, he compromised the best opportunity to show compassion to his neighbor, considering his duty as a priest in the temple. He is prohibited to touch someone that will make him impure and be subjected to purification by attending to the wounded man. He pondered that once he helped those who just saw him graciously fulfilling his priestly rule would now see him returning to Jerusalem in shame for purification. Since the risk was too great, he refused to help. In our life, how many times have we refused to help? How many opportunities to help have we let go? How many people have we hurt by not helping them? Every day of our lives, we are obliged to do goodness. There is no harm in doing good. Harm comes when refused to do it. The second character is the person of the Levite. He was also in charge of the temple and the observance of the Jewish law. Regarding matters that can make him impure, he crossed onto the other side of the road, avoiding the robbed man in need. His argument was, if the priest did not give first aid, then why should he, the Levite? It would be an insult on the part of the priest. In this interaction, we can obviously see the self-centered mentality of the Levites by safeguarding first his life from impurity, then safeguarding another's life from danger of death. Are we like the Levites? Most of our time here on earth, we work hard to safeguard ourselves, family, and friends. As we gain richness in this world, possession in the society, have we ever thought that those blessings are not meant for us, but the more we expected to help the needy? The third character in the gospel, the person of the Samaritan. It is a blessing that even in a seemingly hopeless situation, God always intervenes. It so happened that the third person who passed by is a Samaritan. Someone has a low self-esteem because he was treated as an outcast and enemy of the Jewish community. He regained his confidence by responding positively and took care of the wounded stranger. It is not easy for the Samaritan to offer his help by putting oil, wine, and bandage because he knew the terrible problem he will be facing afterwards. Remember, the Jews considered the Samaritan, wine, and oil as impure. If the victim regained his consciousness and found out that he was helped by a Samaritan with his oil and wine, he might hate him by making him impure. Whatever the risk, was the Samaritan sets an example for us that no matter what negative feedbacks might be said against us And no matter who we are, we have an unbounded potential to do good to others. My dear brothers and sisters, the parable challenges us to become more sensitive because anywhere we go, there were roads to Jericho. To be sensitive, not in the sense that we must be careful from the attack of robbers and thieves, but to care for those who might ask help from us. What the priest and the Levite saw when they passed by the man beaten by robbers was death, but not in the case of the Samaritan traveler. Even with the man left half dead, he saw life. My dear brothers and sisters, in every road we travel, there's always an opportunity to promise life, not death. As we live in a wounded world, surrounded by wounded people, our divine Samaritan urges us to lose hope because there is a cure. Everyone is cured if everyone will be like the Good Samaritan.